do my job and you laugh. Like, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to another episode of Opinionated Lushes. Dawn, great clapping. We appreciate you.
Bitches.
You were just so excited.
I was like,
let me clap. Let me do it.
just do my job, man. It's my one job. Whatever. Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
She's like, I'm getting fine. Fuck you, bitches. I'm on my second job now. I only had 2 beers left, and I actually finished them because for those that don't know, I do voice acting on the side for fun and whatever. And part of that means I'm actually doing a the game. It's like zero. I can't remember what the game's called. Like Zero Escape something. It's one of those visual novel games with like minor gameplay, lots of characters. And they're doing like a voice thing. So they got a bunch of voice actors together and they turned the voice off on the game. And we all just kind of do the voices ourselves while one person is playing the game on Twitch. The Twitch, I'm actually just going to get the Twitch. I might as well plug him. The Twitch channel is Twitch. The game channel is Twitch / Captain. Where is he? Captain Antpez. ANTPEZ. And every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, that is what I am doing. And I get to play this character called Fi. Really fun. Anyways, I drank both my beers during that. Diet Coke. Yay!
So can you put the link to that in the description so people can get to it?
Really can. Follow him. He live streams all the time. Just on Sundays is when we do the Zero Space collab. And
only go Sundays so you can see Jessica. Like that.
It's only Sundays. Here, I'll put even for our YouTube followers. I'll put a little banner. Give him a little there you go.
A little love.
I need to make it a ticker, but I don't remember how to do that. Why are you
here? You want me to do
that?
that?
I got it. Okay. I figured it out.
Things too.
Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
Okay, so we aren't doing our regular recording days. So I'm just drinking coffee because tomorrow is my really busy days at work, so I need to take care of lots of people. So it's just coffee. It's not a Walmart job. Yeah, it's not a Walmart job where I can go in smelling like tequila and gin. So
it's a real like responsible adult job.
That's it. Like I go in being the adult. It's not fun. Well, I love it. It is fun. I love the people I work with. But yeah, so it's just coffee.
Nice.
What are you drinking, Marie?
I just finished my water. I was drinking a pineapple bubbly.
This is a very
I finished it during like pre-drinks.
I love it. This is the sober episode.
That's the thing. We don't drink every episode, guys. Like
we have fun too.
It's
like
an illusion.
An illusion. Like we're still opinionated.
We're still funny.
And our opinions are like those of drunk people. We're just sober most of the time. Like when we were in Vegas, people came up to us because we were having so much fun together. Really,
we were on the plane. Remember Soup Pants?
Oh my gosh! Yeah. We're just obnoxious. That's it. Like that's.
People have to eavesdrop on us to know what's going on. They're like, "How are these ladies having so much fun?"
But then, like, we bring them in on our like fun too, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, ha ha ha."
It's infectious.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do our topic.
Yeah, we are back to letting the wheel decide.
Yes. Let's go. Yes, on December 2nd, we'll have a topics game ready for you guys to play. What songs do you listen to over and over again?
Oh, shit.
I gotta pull up my Spotify. I'm not very good with names.
I know. Like, this is where you need to, like...
Wait, why isn't this going away, guys? Hold on. Hold on.
I'm holding on. There we go.
Hold on.
No. Okay, who wants to go first?
I've been in like a really big like early 2000s to like pump me up for my running. Let me go to I go to YouTube Music. Like my last song is Let It Rock from Kevin Rudolph. You guys remember that one?
Yes. Let it rock, rock. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been listening to a lot of early 2000 R&B because that was like what played the most back then. It was one of the most popular type of music. Lots of Usher. Usher. Yeah. Lil Jon, Akon, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like the Black Eyed Peas, but they seem to be in on it a lot. Pony from Genuine, remember?
Yeah.
Although,
Oh, yeah.
like that's made a comeback a few times. Yeah, but my usual songs. Now I'm gonna leave it, and now this is going to be gone. That I listen to the most is Ed Sheeran.
Ooh, which song?
Oh, forget it's I don't even remember, man. It has Shivers.
Oh.
It just always puts me in a good like kind of like mood. Like it's not like my favorite song, but like it just always.
Yeah, the vibes are right. I saw Ed Sheeran live in Toronto once, and he forgot and messed up the lyrics to A-Team and had to stop.
I love A-Team.
I know, and he had to stop and restart, and he's like, "I played this song thousands of times. I don't know why this happened right now." So,
I have
apparently
Techno
he's a
as a
dick,
favorite
though.
artist. He's a dick?
Yeah, apparently he's really rude to
He's
like
a redhead.
his people. That's an
Fame.
excuse. I was going
Fame
with
got to
white
him.
man. That's why he's rude.
There it used to have your most played songs. But
I go through phases. It's like every once in a while a song will just hit my ear holes and I have to listen to it until I hate it.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't hate it. I listen to it over and over. You know what's a band I haven't listened to in a while? City and Color, Dallas Green. I used to listen when Kyle and I first started dating, like, or just shortly after. I don't know. The sea time has blended in so much. Like it was always Dashboard Confessional. That's when Kyle and
Yes.
I were dating. That was all the time. You know what? I don't get to listen to music as much as I'd like. I think that's the problem. Like as a grown up, like it's
Well, like I mean, now that you're like running and stuff, you can kind of like use that time.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
god. Wait, did you get some too?
Yes.
Oh my god. Hold on, guys. What
That's
the
a lot.
hell?
That's a good portion.
Yeah, okay. I'm eating well tonight. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Do that, Little John. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. I go on TikTok a lot and I am on like music TikTok, band TikTok, that kind of thing. And every once in a while there will be like a song or an artist on there and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so good." And I like have to add them like right to my playlist. And there's a couple artists from TikTok that I've like become really addicted to. Maybe not their entire work, but at least the songs that I hear.
The recent,
TikTok.
yeah.
There was one song that was released a year ago that I still have to listen to every once in a while by a band called Hey Nothing. And the song is called I Haunt Your Dreams. And it's this like this best friend duo. It's like this young attractive guy and I don't know if the second band person is non-binary or they identify as a woman, but and they're in it and it's just the way they sing is amazing, the way they blend like their vocals, the drums. I'm very into like folk punk, So it
Oh,
kind of
I
has like
love folk punk. Yes, yes.
yeah. So there's a few bands. So that's one of the bands. Sister Wives Sex Strike is another folk punk band I found via TikTok, and they are also really really good. I love them. I find like a lot of that genre, it just hypes me up. Like it makes my bones shiver. I don't know how else to like describe it. I'm like,
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
That's
I need to
Yeah.
go kill a cop or something. Like I don't I don't know what it is, but it's like those are the kind of the songs that I'm always kind of playing, and a lot of I'm trying to think what the other name is.
Speaking of kill a cop, Call A Cab is one of my
Oh
top.
yeah, Sam Stone. He follows me, by the way, on
Oh,
TikTok. Yeah.
yay.
I love Sam Stone. He actually just had a health crisis a month
Oh.
ago. Yeah, he had to like I don't know, something was failing and he had to go in the hospital for a bit, but he's back and he's okay. And yeah, I really hope he releases more music because I love Call a Cab. It's
Yeah, it was
so good.
so good. I don't know, some Fade Away from some bitch named Jessica Hart. That's on one of my top plays.
For a second, I thought the song was called "Fade Away," some bitch, and I was like, "Oh, that's deep. That must mean something."
Yeah.
And the Front Bottoms is another band I listen to a lot because they have a lot of songs about hating your dad, which you know. What about you, Don?
Lately, again, like you, like I get songs from like TikTok and whatever, and then I'll like listen to them. But lately, I've been listening to a lot of like Melanie Martinez, and I've been listening to Bad Omens. So when you showed me that shirt, I didn't even click in that was the artist until someone said that, and I was like, oh my god, it is.
Okay, we need to like explain to our listeners. So, for those listening, we currently by the time this episode is out, the contest will be over, I believe. But we have a giveaway going on our Instagram. We also have our live stream December 2nd coming up, where we're fundraising and we're gonna have a lot of prizes. So I had ordered some merch shirts to give away, so you can have an opinionated luscious t-shirt. And there was an additional shirt in there that I did not order, filled with a collage of pictures of this one man. And yeah, I guess it was the lead singer of the Bad Omens, which I didn't know that. So yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Redbubble's never messaged me. Like they're not like, hey, by the way, you might have gotten no,
Hey,
nothing.
where'd you get this from?
No idea. I just got a free Bad Omen shirt. You're welcome to have it, Don, if you want.
Oh, okay, sweet.
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 There's this
Yeah,
band
no.
I used to love like 20 years ago. I'm trying to remember their name. But they're like now they're on TikTok a lot. Like the Andy Black, that band.
Yes, from if Black Veil Brides or whatever it's called. Yes.
That I only have one song I really like from them. But I'm like, hey, I love this band. It's only one song. Often when I'm like, oh my god, I love a band, it's only one song. I don't have time to listen to CDs over and over again. You get one song, guys. One song.
No, I totally get that because half the time I would listen to a whole CD and there'd only be like a couple of songs that I actually liked on it.
Back in the day when we would buy CDs and then we'd only get for like the 3 songs that were on the radio. Like
yeah, the rest was filler, right? Like that was so for me, I'm like the same where it's like even some of my favorite bands, there's only like a handful of songs that I really like or I really know, because I'm not listening to their whole discography. I don't like any band that much, I don't think.
Kyle will listen to Mariana's Trench just like instead of like one song, like he'll be making dinner and it's the whole fucking CD. Like
Chris is the same way.
Mariana's Trench. I like that. I like them.
I saw them live.
Too.
I've seen them live too.
Yeah, Sound of Music.
Yes, Sound of Music, and they were also at the exhibition. I'm trying to think of where else. I've seen them a few times, but yes, Sound of Music and the exhibition.
first time I saw them live, I was actually pregnant with Ernest, and they were playing at our local college, and I had a college student sign me in, and they all signed my shirt where I was like pregnant, because I was like 7 months pregnant here, so I definitely had a belly, and Ian, the drummer, kissed my belly, so I was pretty happy about that. That was a
That's
fun time.
crazy.
Yeah, and the second time was Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many bands.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't really like that scene, right? You
No,
probably-
yeah. I'd rather
Yeah.
like just cool in the dark. Like we could go to a park and like listen to a radio in the car. That's like going out listening to a band.
We'll have to pay for a private show once we're a big famous podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, one day.
Or we can do the Ryan Seacrest thing where we invite them on our podcast and have them play one song acoustically.
Oh, we can have a radio show podcast where we're actual radio show. Ooh, like the old man's podcast. He's like just an actual radio show. Like he's not a podcast. He's a radio show, which I absolutely adore.
We gotta find a Friday morning we can call in
At
together.
6 a.m. our time. No, wait. Here's 6 a.m. So
7 a.m. our time.
it's not too late, baby. I'm just like, oh man, that's so
Or
early.
no, would it be 5 a.m. our time? No.
No,
Are you an
yeah,
hour ahead or behind?
I'm ahead.
Okay.
So 6 hours. He's 3 hours ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
So then it'd be 4. So it'd be 10 a.m. for me. That's not too early. I
No.
just like once you get the kids ready in the morning, and then all of a sudden you're like, I just need to relax. Like,
No, I
That-
get it.
nighttime's where it's at, okay? Like, I may be tired, but I'm also super energetic and excited.
I don't know how he has the energy to do it every morning. Because
It's
he's
a
just doing it
generation
Monday
thing.
through Friday. Yeah. Yeah. They're just so used to it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like the sleep in generation. We're like, man, just wait until noon.
Have you guys seen Peach PRC on TikTok?
No.
She's
I
this
haven't
little-
been on for a while. so I
Okay,
don't
she's
know.
this little like pixie of a girl. She's like pink hair. I think she's from Australia or something because she always goes no, you know, like that's how she talks. But she does have one song called "God Is a Freak."
I love that song. I didn't mean to get too excited, but
That's another song I listen to a lot. So
me
I get it.
too. I love it. I
That's
just think
Peach
it's so
PRC.
great. Yeah, some words I don't understand, and they like sound different in my head every single time. But majority of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, this
Because
It
it makes so
makes
much
so much
sense.
sense.
Like, why does God care
True,
what I'm
yeah.
doing so
Yeah.
much?
I just love how it's worded, being railed on the couch. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Right? I love TikTok for that. Like, so Chris, obviously, he does music too. So on his TikTok, he gets music. But I find like we get different music. So some of the times he'll be like, man, why are all the songs that go viral on TikTok start with the word bitch? And I'm like, none of the songs I listen to that have gone
Yeah.
viral like start with the word bitch.
What is
like,
he watching on TikTok?
yeah, I'm like, well, because it's like rap and stuff, I guess, or like hip hop. But I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, none of the songs, like, could you imagine, like, bitch, if I were a fish? Like, that's that wouldn't quite work, right? Like, it's just like, no. It's if I were a fish and you caught me, you'd say, look at that fish. So,
look at the fish.
look at that fish. So I find that's like really funny too. I do get a lot of like there's another artist I listen to a lot called Ro Capara. Capara, I don't know how to pronounce it. And a lot of his songs are like very short, so very listenable, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds. But they're all about like the world. Like he has one song called Everyone's Dying, and it's in brackets grandma's drunk again. Or he has another one called The Nuke Song, and it's about like nuclear explosions and stuff. Or Everything's Fine, Nuke Song. Almost kind of the same vibe as Call a Cab, you know, like it's very, this is the problems in the world. He also has another song called Employment Cost, because it's about like, if you killed yourself, they don't care, it's just an employment cost. And I tend to like those songs because I'm like, yeah, the world's fucked up, but I got jams, you know, like yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of music where it's just like, well, music definitely started when just to help you get past the shitty times, right? It was just like, let's talk about it. Like, and comedy is just like, let's be entertained because it's shitty. At least we can have fun with it.
I do find like Chris, with his music specifically, he tries to make like happy music, uplifting music.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I like the stuff that makes me feel either pissed off or sad, you know, like that's the
Yeah.
stuff that really strikes an emotional chord. Like I'm like, oh my god, like yeah, that's the shit right there.
I need it to be happy though. Like I enjoy listening to the world's on fire kind of songs, but like it just needs to be cutesy.
Yeah, the music
yeah.
needs to be happy. The
Yes.
lyrics need to be real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I like those too. Anything that's like cutesy, I really like. Except for I'm still listening to like songs I listened to like 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. I think those still get the most playtime. Because they're like comfort songs, right? I'm like, I'm not ready to listen to something new right now. I need to stick with what I know. So like Queen gets a lot of play, Our
Yeah.
Lady Peace. I haven't listened to Pearl Jam in a while. I used to love Pearl Jam, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to me.
We have a car playlist. That's the playlist we listen to when we're driving. And Chris and I both add songs, and we try to add songs that either we know the other person would like, or we know the other person would know. So it goes from like the 80s all the way up to now, but it's such like a wide mix of genres and artists and just whatever. And it's and we have Pearl Jam on there. We have Smash Mouth on there. We have just anything that was played on the radio in the 90s and early 2000s is definitely on there.
Oh, I'm trying to. There used to be this song. I have it somewhere. Oh, what was that? Did you hear like a dink?
No?
Nope.
Okay, that was just me. I'm like, oh my god, there's something dinking. Dink.
Dink.
I'm sorry, I need to find it. Dink.
Is there like a movie soundtrack or anything that you guys like listen to?
Oh my god, I used to listen to Gone in 60 Seconds soundtrack. Like, you know, the movie for like Nicolas Cage. I used to listen to the soundtrack like from like beginning to end over and over again. Like bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Dun, dun, you know, like that one.
Yeah.
I know. There was a lot of good songs on there.
The most recent one is Guardians of the Galaxy. That had like a lot of good songs on it.
Yes.
And then the one before that is the most soundtracky played I've ever replayed over and over and over again is what is the one with Hugh Jackman? The Zendaya. It's a circus. Greatest Showman. That one.
Sorry,
that was
like Les Mis.
No, The Greatest
Showman.
Yeah, that's amazing soundtrack too. I love that one. But before that, Glee. I really like Glee.
I love Glee covers. They're so awesome.
I just love like Broadway show music. It's like something I really enjoy too.
Like Pitch Perfect.
Oh, I love Pitch Perfect too. Yeah.
Yeah.
My movie soundtracks I listen to is Encanto.
Oh my gosh, Encanto! Yes.
Surface Pressure, or like Don't Talk About Bruno and all that kind of stuff all the time. All the time. I listen to that in the shower and I do all the voices.
My kids won't watch that fucking movie. There's something with my kids. I'm like, is it a generation thing? But no, it's just my kids. My kids don't watch movies. There's something wrong with them. They're broken. Well, they are. They have autism, but like, I just like, let's watch movies. Like we have all this, like Kyle and I are always doing this like pop culture kind of like references all the time. And we're trying to get our kids in on it, and they pretty much just tell us to fuck off. Yeah, without those words, but they're just, I don't know. Do your kids watch movies?
Yeah.
Well, no, okay. Lyric doesn't. I tried to get her to watch Encanto because I figured, songs, dancing. The only thing she will watch that's like a movie is Frozen, and she only watches it for like the first little bit. She loves like when they're getting the ice in the beginning and the trolls, and then after that she loses interest. But Ernest, he does watch movies like a lot, but a lot of the movies are very like superhero, Marvel, Star Wars, that kind of thing. So whenever I'm like, hey, you want to watch a movie I like? He's like, no.
No, thank you.
I took him to see Labyrinth, and he like, I wasn't even sure if he was going to stay for the whole thing because I was like, no, it's a really good movie. There's monsters and things. You'll like it, but he's like, what is the special effects? It's no Marvel.
And what about Nick? Does he like movies?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he goes to the theater like all the time. He actually went to see the Barbie movie once. Like he doesn't care what movie it is. You remember the movie not the Minions, it was the one with the Rising of Gru or whatever?
Yeah,
he went with his friends all dressed up in suits. Like that was a trend, and my kid did it.
That's hilarious. Yeah. I remember that trend.
My kids aren't that cool. The last movie we saw was Pikachu Detective.
My kid, so Nick, like I said, he went to see Barbie. So for Halloween, he dressed up as Ken. I haven't seen Barbie though, but he was telling me there's like some dojo something Ken.
Dojo Mojo Cat's house or whatever. Yeah.
Apparently he has to have a big like fur coat or whatever.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nick bought that. Nick was like, yeah, no, listen, this is who I'm going to be for Halloween. I'm not being no other Ken. I'm being this Ken. And I was like, what's the difference? And he's like, listen, there's a difference. And so that's what he was for Halloween.
Yeah.
He watches movies.
Yeah, the last movie Ernest actually saw with me was Five Nights at Freddy's, which came out like last week. So
I'm gonna have to convince. Maybe my kids will watch that with me because they do like Five Nights at Freddy's. So maybe I can convince them.
The movie, I loved it. If you are people have been giving mixed reviews, and I feel like the difference is whether or not people are fans of Five Nights at Freddy's or not. Because if you're a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, you're gonna like the movie. And it's also a great intro scary movie. It's not very scary. It's not like super dark. It's not like anything like that. I feel like it's a good intro for kids into horror. So I'm really hoping the movies over time get darker, kind of growing with the audience.
Potter,
but like getting more and more dark and gory.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Right? Because the first one, it has like a couple cool kill scenes and stuff like that, but it's pretty quick. There's not like as many jump scares as I thought was going to be in a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Pretty much, it's not like that. It's more just like story and the eerie feeling and just like that kind of stuff. So I'm really, really hoping they go darker with it over time. So then it's like a horror movie you can grow up with,
Oh, that'd be sweet. I would like that. Just like that. Yeah. My kids do watch Crunchyroll.
Anime?
Yeah. Any anime. Well, not any, but like Crunchyroll. And then like I think they just don't like spending time with me. I think that's what it is.
Common denominator.
Conclusion.
Yeah. Because I'll be like, oh, like I love that stuff. Let's watch it. They're like, eh. Although I've been watching Loki as a bedtime story. And Sage has been coming into our room because she can't sleep alone right now. And she's like, oh my gosh, now I have to watch Loki all the time. So maybe I can get her to watch that. I want to wait until Loki's done, like forever. And then I'm going to like cut out all of the freaking they have like 2 intro credit scenes, like 2 introductions and then a long ending. So we'll have at the beginning of episode 1, we'll have 1 intro and then I'll cut all of them out throughout the end until the last episode ever. And then there'll be an end. I just hate how there's like only 15 minutes in between all the episodes. Like that's it. Like it's a 30-minute, 25-minute show. and like 10 minutes of it is credit scenes.
That's annoying.
She-Hulk was like that too, though. I loved She-Hulk, but stupid credit scenes. Disney's
Stupid
so
credit
bad for
scenes.
that.
Well, if you do see FNAF, there is a quick credit scene, so make sure to stay for the credits.
Oh, afterwards? Is
Yeah.
it after one? Okay.
After a credit scene, yeah.
I like
really
being warned
quick.
about those. Yeah, I like knowing when there's going to be after credit scenes.
But yeah, it was fun, and the audience was fun. You know, like a lot of the audience was like, "Wow, it's Freddy!" Oh, you know, like cheering on. I like when the audience is able to interact like that without being like stupid and talking over the talking parts.
Yeah. Was it in theaters?
I saw it in
Yeah.
theaters. It did come out the day after it appeared in theaters on some streaming service that it has exclusivity. I don't remember which one.
Paramount?
Yeah, maybe.
We already downloaded it, so I don't know
Yeah,
what.
there you go. But yeah, we saw it in theaters. The next movie
Okay.
we're planning on seeing at the end of this month is Hunger Games, Ballad of
Oh
Songbirds
yeah,
and
I'm
Snakes.
so excited for that. I didn't read the book yet. Have you?
Yes, I read the book when it came out.
I have to. I
2
don't.
years ago, I think.
Not at my library.
I did
tried.
not read the book. Like, I've read the first 3, and then I stopped because I was so mad at the ending of it that I didn't like it.
Well, the book is a prequel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know. I heard
it's from the
how Snow
perspective of Snow.
becomes how he is.
I'm worried that they're gonna focus on the love aspect when it's in the book. That's not the focus. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like that's gonna be an issue in the movie, but I'm not. You know, we will see. We will see. So.
We will see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, songs. What songs do we listen to?
Song. I love like music has played like so growing up I never had therapy. So music explains a lot. So music was always like a constant support for me. Like since I got into music early, I'll say 8 years old, it became like a passion of mine. Not playing music, listening, like picking the best songs, having the best mixtapes and like CDs. Like it was like I just all day, all of my free time. And then when I was about 11, I started skipping school. And like that was like my outlet. Like I needed an out.
Yeah.
And it was just music. It was my favorite thing. And I try to get that with
Jessica?
my kids.
Yes.
Oh.
What? Sorry, Sonia, you continue.
No, you can talk to Jessica. It's fine.
You just said
I
that
was
to
gonna
like
ask.
Jessica.
I know. It was like really
She's
intense.
done, and then she started again. I was like, "Oh shit!" I cut her off. No, I was gonna ask, what was your first CD that you ever bought or cassette?
Okay. The first cassette I ever owned, I was actually given to by my dad, and it was the Ramones.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, Blitzkrieg Bop and all that. I was a big Ramones head as like a 5-year-old, so that's when I had my cassette tape. I think the first, as hard as I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't really buy a lot of CDs, and I would get gifted CDs from people that were just like, "Oh, girls things," you know. So like for my 12th birthday, someone gifted me the Lindsay Lohan CD, which, to be fair, fucking bop. Okay, if you haven't listened,
Yeah,
like,
I love her music. I
that's
don't
a
care.
CD you can listen all the way through. Okay,
Yeah.
like that is all filler, or sorry, all killer, no filler. You know, there you go. But I think the first album I did buy was all killer, no filler by Sum 41. So that was the first album I ever spent my own hard money for.
Nice.
So what about you?
My first cassette that I ever got, and I don't know if I bought it with like allowance or if someone bought it for me, was Alanis Morissette. That was my very first one.
Dang,
You got
And
it
I
for
loved her.
Christmas.
Maybe.
got-
I don't
You
remember.
got it for Christmas, and you got the Pocahontas soundtrack for Christmas.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you
I
did. We
never
listened
had
to
the
it.
Pocahontas soundtrack.
We listened to it all the fucking time. We took turns.
Not
with our
Pocahontas.
cassette player. Yes.
I don't know. I've never owned Pocahontas soundtrack or the movie.
Your mom would make fun of us. Okay, we would sit on the couch taking turns. She was in her little rocky chair. And then we would sing along with the Pocahontas, and like Colors of the Wind, and like your mom, but we sounded really fucking terrible, and your mom would make fun of us.
I don't know.
Nothing like building up a child's self-esteem.
I know,
Am I
it was
right?
amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. Maybe because I was older than you, so it like stuck in my core memories.
Maybe, but I don't remember having anything Pocahontas. Like, I remember watching the movie once, and I
It was
hated
so
it.
random. It was not like something we always did, but you had a CD. It was Alanis Morissette. She probably just got it for like you know where you
I got
find
Alanis
out the
Morissette, and then
cartoon.
right after, I got Shania Twain and Celine Dion, like cassettes right after.
Yeah, shortly after. Yeah, but for Christmas, you got.
Sonya was there, okay?
I was.
I don't remember Pocahontas. Like,
Well, it
but
wasn't.
okay.
It wasn't something we listened to all the time. It was like a short-lived like interest.
Very short-lived because I don't
Yeah.
remember. Like,
It lasted like a month. It wasn't.
I remember listening to Backstreet Boys with you and at a birthday party, and we all like got those like, remember the party hats, and we put them on our butts, and we
Yeah.
danced in front of all the adults. Did we? Yeah, we were. I don't know what was wrong with us, but yeah, we did that, all of us.
We didn't know how to act.
And then Natalie got stung like 4 times in my backyard that birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of like childhood memories together. Jessica's like, sure, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like I was there, you know?
just left out. She's like, oh, okay.
She's like, I was one there too. I had a birthday party on my butt. Sure. Like a birthday like hat, whatever.
No, I had a birthday party on my butt, like right there.
I was there.
Right on my ass, you know?
Yeah.
I did have the Spice Girls CD when I was young. Someone gave it to me, which thank God, because since we were talking about autism, I didn't like the Spice Girls, you know? I was like, oh, it's not girly music. I'm listening to the Ramones. I was a cool 5-year-old. So what ended up happening was obviously I had nothing to talk about with the other 5 and 6-year-old girls because boys weren't going to play with me. I was a girl. I had cooties. So I tried to really fit in, and they were all like, oh, yeah, we're learning the dance to Stop Right Now. And I was like, what's that? Like, stop. And, you know, it's like, stop right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
There's a whole choreographed dance to it, and they're like working on it at recess, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't know this song, what am I gonna do? And so like I like researched, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to the CD, I'm gonna know all the words, I'm gonna master the moves so that next time when I come in I'll be ready. And so that's what I did. I learned Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys. And I learned all their songs, even though I didn't really listen to them. And just in case the other kids brought them up, and I was like, oh yeah, I know that one. I know the answer. You can be my friend now.
Answer.
I know the answer. Spice Girls was my first date movie. I went on
Oh,
my
Spice
first
World.
date. Yeah, Spice World. Yeah, with my first ever boyfriend. I liked him as a boyfriend. He was really nice. Nick, if you listen. Thanks for being a nice
Did you
person.
met him in cadets or something?
Yes. And I never saw him because we couldn't afford a phone. But when I did see him, he was super cool. And one time he put his arm around me and I didn't really like it. I was like, oh, like I don't like being touched. Sorry. He was totally cool about it. He was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And then we still hung out. So like, yeah, Nick, you're a cool dude. Sorry I ghosted you. But I was going through a lot. I was almost abducted and I didn't have a phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it ghosting if you don't have a phone?
Well, I would use a payphone all the time. But yeah, that was my first date movie, first boyfriend in quotations. I don't know what you call them. Well, I was 13, so I guess it's a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he counts.
I think he counts. He's a core memory. He counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't even remember the first movie I saw on a date. No idea. I'd have to look at what came out that year.
I was just thinking about it. Yeah, like, what was my first date movie?
I didn't have many dates, so like that was why.
It's funny because I think I only had 3 dates at a movie theater. And I still can't remember what movies they were. I don't think I chose the movies. I think that's why. I think it was more I was there for the date, not for the movie.
What movie did we see for my birthday that I started dating David at?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
I
we
had a
all went.
kid.
Yeah, but we all went. I don't know where you dropped off Kara, but like it was me, you, David, Tiffany, which was his ex-girlfriend. It
You
was
were
awkward.
16.
Yeah.
I was 18.
I'm trying to think of what movie it was.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
not I was too tired. I don't fucking remember the next 20 years, okay? Like I remember Spice Girls and Pikachu Pet Detective.
Titanic.
Oh, Titanic. I went with my brother Ken.
You went with me too.
Did I go twice?
Yeah. We sat in the top corner and we laughed the whole time when Jack was drowning.
Yeah, we were demented kids. No, I thought it was hilarious younger. The way they had people dying and flipping off the
And like
boat.
putting off their propellers or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that was hilarious.
That was like a spoof movie, I'm sure. Like it was
No, I think the era it came out in, they just didn't have very good effects.
Yeah,
They
no,
did
that's
the best
right.
they could.
and like every fucking girl in that movie theater cried. And we're like, what the fuck? Like, it's a dude.
No,
Relax.
we were laughing.
She knew him for a day, guys. A day. Like, he was like just like a one night stand. You don't cry over one night stands.
Yeah, but people cry over Romeo and Juliet, and it's kind of like the same thing. They like know each other for a day. Every Hallmark
so
movie.
creepy. Romeo and Juliet, they were like 13 years old.
No, she was 13 years old. He was like
15.
17 years old.
I thought he was like 15.
No, they raise her age in like movies and stuff to 15, 16.
Like Claire Danes. Yeah, that
but she was technically 12, 13. He's like 17, 18.
Yeah, apparently that wasn't problematic back then. It's fine.
Well, they needed children to play the women because they couldn't have women actors.
Women.
Because
so the younger the girl, the better. They're played by a 10-year-old kid.
10-year-old boys, yeah.
Is there a song that was made for a movie that you guys really like? You know how they like make fake songs?
Yes, Scotty doesn't know.
No, yeah, that's always my favorite.
That's
too.
on one of my top playlists. Scotty doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
That's my favorite made for movie song. Like, I don't know if there's any other ones, but that's like just the only one I remember because it was so fucking good.
Is that from Euro Trip or something? Like I remember. Yeah.
Road Trip or something. Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
I have a couple. Yeah, Sky and like Matt Damon doing it and stuff. Like so random.
It's a baby Matt Damon.
Yeah.
By the way, have you seen? And then I watch it and then I see Matt Damon now. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old. Like, I know I'm old, but like with baby Matt Damon doing the song, and then you see him today, and I'm like, oh my god.
I never realize how old I am till I see a celebrity I grew up with, and see how old they are, and then I'm like, oh shit, I fucking aged. Damn it! I thought I was 16 still. What is this?
Yeah, what happened?
Like kid actors, when you see them grow up, you're like, what the fuck? Because like I grew up with them. No.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe, he's like old now. I was like, shit, like
he has a kid and everything.
Yeah, what happened? But like I was an adult when he was still a kid though, but like geez.
What happened?
What happened? It's kids in my life who are adults now. Like my niece turned 25 yesterday, and like I changed your diapers. Like I don't understand. I'm like, but my daughter's 21. It's like I understand, but it's
weird.
It's weird. It's more weird when it's other people's kids growing up.
Like, yeah.
Well, I feel like it's because you don't like anytime you don't see them every day, and then all of a sudden you see them, and it's like you notice the aging. Versus when they're living with you, it's like you don't notice the aging until you like think about it, and you're like, oh yeah, they're taller than me. It's weird.
Oh,
when did that happen?
When they were 10. But like I think for my kids too, it's a little bit different because like Kara's gonna be living with me her whole life. So the same kind of milestones other 21-year-olds are doing, she's not. So like I don't get to age that way through my kids' milestones. I age through other people's kids' milestones
I wasn't even talking about milestones. I was just talking about looking at them.
and looking at them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
looking at them.
look at them. But like everybody's kids have been taller than me since they were about 12. So like it's except for Constantine, my little dwarfism kid. They're only 4'10".
Yeah, Ernest is 13. He's taller than me and Chris now, so he's probably gonna be a 6-footer.
Or he'll stop growing because Brandon was supposed to be 6'4" and he's only 5'10".
All right, he's at I think 5'10" now.
So we'll see.
So
We'll see.
Couple
Well,
more
like-
inches.
That's right. We'll have to find out.
I did want to give another honorable mention to soundtracks I really like. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes, that's another one. See, the problem is I can't think on my feet. Like this was a terrible topic.
I'm looking them up. I'm looking at my
Oh,
playlist,
You're
so I'm
cheating.
cheating.
That's okay. You're cheating.
I looked. I was like, what songs do I listen to? I can't remember. Yeah, because like Sex Bomb has some great hits like Garbage Truck, and I think what Brie Larson's cover of Black Sheep by Metric is like.
Yes.
So I personally I prefer it over the original
I love
version.
her version way better.
Way
I
better.
I just love Brie Larson. She gets a lot of slack, but I just love her essence as a human being. Like
I
I've
agree.
never met her, but like when you watch like her acting, her movies, her what are those things? Interviews, whatever. Like I like her.
Hey, Brie Larson. Oh, big fans. Do you want to be on a
Yeah.
podcast?
Do you want to come on our show?
Yeah. Open invitation. So just letting you know. And then there's a song. Did you guys ever watch Empire Records? The movie?
What's that one?
It came out in 95 and it had Liv Tyler in it. It had who's the diary of what the fuck's her name? I'm just gonna bug me now. IMDb. I will look up her name. Renee Zellweger.
Oh, Renee Zellweger. Yeah.
Ethan Embry is in it. There was like a lot of big names in it.
When they weren't big.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like one of their like first like big movies, and it's one of those teen movies where they're running like a Empire Records, which was a record store that's being bought by the big blah blah. So they're gonna have one final blowout, and it's Rex Manning Day. There's a lot of like cult niche stuff in it that people celebrate every year because it's like one of those cult classics. But there is a song in there that Renee Zellweger sings a verse in. Now the song actually was a real song by one of the people's bands in the movie, but they just added her verse in the movie, and I hate it because you can't find that version anywhere. So that's one of my favorite songs, and I wish I mean I could probably torrent it, like download it from somewhere. I think I used to have an MP3 of it, but yeah, it's not like on a streaming service, which is annoying because when you put it
watch it and then download it and record the sound yourself.
Yes. And by the way, you guys should watch that movie. It's a great movie. It's one of the reasons I got motivated to shave my head, because the one character in the beginning, she's having a rough day. She goes in the bathroom at work and just buzz cuts it, G.I. Jane's it, you know? And I was like, oh my God, she looks so cool. And I was like 6 when the movie came out. So yeah.
I'm trying to think of I don't think I saw that one.
Well, we'll have to have a movie night.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't think I saw that one. But
I feel like you'd like it.
I know what you're talking about, but I just haven't seen it. Again, 95. I was in the 5th grade. Very poor. That's very poor. So anywhere from like grade 1 till about I was 17. Very poor. Yeah. So 17, I started like earning my own money, taking care of my kid, making sure I got to do fun stuff. So it was, a transition. Now I do everything. Now I'm like, I don't care. I'll just pay for it.
Yeah, there you go. It's fun having your own money.
Yes.
Adult
I'm a
money.
big fan. big fan of money, but now it's like less fun stuff, more groceries. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's taking up our money, inflation, shrinkflation, all of it.
all of it. And like Statistics Canada is like in denial about it, about the amounts. And the government goes through Statistics Canada, and that's where they're getting their information. But it's a
I'm sure
lie.
they're doing it on
All lie.
purpose. The government's
Oh,
like, make
yes.
it look good. Make
That
it
is
look good.
exactly what's happening, because like these companies pay their salaries, right? Like it's
Hmm.
little backdoor deals. Fucking
Well,
music.
yeah. I'm trying to think what other songs I listen to.
I used
a
to
lot.
love like indie music. I would like pirate like 3,000 songs at a time, and I would go through all of them and pick my favorite, and then I would like show them to Kyle. And then about a year later, they'd be on the radio, and I was like, "Oh my god, I used to listen to their stuff." Like Sia's one of them. Who's that girl? Like a river, like a river. That one. She used to be more indie, less poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, I love them. And then Fun. I don't know if you've ever listened to the
Yeah.
band Fun. Yeah, they were indie, and then they became more mainstream. And I was like, yes, I'm so happy for you guys. I just loved like finding these bands randomly and loving them, and then seeing them succeed. I'm like, yeah, good for you guys.
Well, it's funny you say that because like I was listening to Katy Perry when it was on MySpace.
Yeah. MySpace.
Yeah, I listened to Panic at the Disco when it was on MySpace.
Yeah, it was like before things blew up, and then it's like you're
Yeah.
like, oh well, I follow them on MySpace, so that was pretty much how
Yeah.
I found a lot of my music back in the day.
Like garage bands. I love garage bands. They're fantastic.
Yeah. I almost like miss that part about music. I think that's one reason I really am clinging to like TikTok now, because it's just another way for like music discoverability, especially from like indie
Yeah.
musicians and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah. I do have a few. There's this girl named Sarah. I love her. She sings "Vibrators Are a Girl's Best Friend." But she has so many more that I love. Where are you, Sarah? Ooh, the Not All Men song. I love that one. That's not from her though. That's from somebody else.
Yeah, like I love Paris Paloma. She does the labor song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah Hester Ross. She's on TikTok, and I love her. Savage Daughter. I love that one. Stop Giving Men Microphones. That's another one she does. I'm also into like women's rage music.
Yes.
So like always cult classic, always a favorite is Goodbye Earl. Like that's like, starts it.
By the
and then,
Chicks.
yes. They used to be called the Dixie Chicks. I don't know why they changed their name.
Because of the racist connotation with Dixie. From
Oh,
Southern
okay.
history.
That's nice. Shh, I'm recording. Yeah, so I did like them too a lot. I don't really like country music. I liked Taylor when she was doing country a little bit, but I did like the change over to pop music better. I find I like more of her songs that way.
I like go between. Like I used to say, oh, I hate country music. I don't like country music. But then I'd be like, oh, but this country song I kind of like, I do love a lot of Carrie Underwood because of like a lot of that women's rage.
Yes,
juice.
yeah. Before he cheats.
The
dirty laundry
last
song.
name and
Yeah.
a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of I like Gretchen Wilson because she sings songs like All Jacked Up, where she's just getting so drunk she like drove her car into a pole and doesn't understand why, and she's like, I'm just all jacked up, like, so there's always just sometimes a country song that touches my heart.
Just touches my heart. Shania Twain, girl.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah.
I mean, she's on
Love her.
tour. It's very interesting, the videos I've seen of her shows now, but she's doing her best.
Oh, is that like bad? Is she doing bad?
It like a lot of it looks like she's trying to be young, so like a lot of her outfits are like,
very revealing.
not even just they're just ridiculous. Like they're not some of the times they're not even like nice looking. They're just like a lot going on. And then sometimes she like doesn't really sing. There was one set she did with like a couple other singers, and it looked like none of them knew what they were doing, and like just stuff like that. But I know like her story and like stuff like that. She didn't sing for a few years, and just so I'll cut her some slack. She's still out there doing it. So
as a fellow old lady, there is no age restriction on nipple tassels. Sure, they'll be like brooming the floor, but there's no age restriction.
just dusting.
Just dusting. Yeah, whatever you got to do it.
Yeah.
Who's like played music when we were younger and now is making like a comeback? Well, the Backstreet Boys. They're doing this like beach tour where you go to like a all-inclusive resort. I'm like, hell, that's the best way to do anything. You have an interest, take it to an all-inclusive resort.
They know the age of their audience.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? But it's like, yeah, they just want to relax by the sun. Like your old bones need the sun, man. Like
and NSYNC is doing their comeback tour.
I thought they canceled it.
Oh, I don't know if they canceled it.
But like
I
even
thought
Justin's in it. Like
yeah,
Justin,
yeah, but that's why they're canceling it, because Britney Spears came out with the memoir, and he's getting a lot of flack.
People would still go see it. I mean,
people knew about this
I know
before.
I agree to that, but I'm just saying, like, that's why he canceled. He canceled everything.
I didn't hear about any canceling.
Yeah,
I heard
I'm checking.
No, it was everywhere. And then Lance Bass like was defending him or something.
I love Lance Bass. I follow him on TikTok. We always knew he was gay, but like I'm so happy he's like happy about it, because Disney told him not to come out. You know, like Disney's disgusting. Like Disney's like, pretend you have a girlfriend.
Okay, there's nothing coming. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about canceled. Just that they everything's from September of this year. It just says that they reunited at the MTV Video Music Awards. And yeah, so maybe there wasn't even. They just have plans for a reunion, but there's nothing even. So there's nothing canceled and no actual dates yet.
Oh, okay, because like I
in
heard
the works. So
I heard that Justin Timberlake canceled everything. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Googled canceled and nothing popped up, but there was no date set either. So it's like reunion in the works, but that's it.
Yeah.
In the works. Yeah. So we need a podcast show in the Dominican, like resort or whatever. Podcast. What are those things?
We should just have a meeting out there, like, like work meeting.
And Dominican Republic.
Drunk in the Dominican.
Yeah.
Opinionated Luscious special.
No, I'm that too, but like how they have like the podcast like get-togethers with all the podcast people so you can network.
Oh yeah. So like a podcast like convention.
Yes, they need that at a hotel I like. The ones with the slushy drink. Okay.
Maybe we can plug it to the Canadian Podcast Awards and see.
Yes, Jennifer, if you're listening.
Let's book something. Let's plan it.
Yeah.
Other podcasters involved and go to a resort and get drunk.
Sonic guy an email. Be like, hey.
Hey guys, we have an idea. We just need funding for it. What do you think?
Well, you still have to pay your own way. Like, but like it's cheap. It's just like you all go
large group rate.
Yes, but like the cost of like a 10-day stay in the Dominican all inclusive is going to cost the same it is for me to see you guys for 4 days at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking insane how expensive it is to go to Ontario, stay in Ontario, eat in Ontario, well, anywhere in Canada. And then you go to this resort and then it's all this food and drink and sun and it's cheaper.
Maybe we can like put some feelers out on Twitter and see if anyone would be interested.
Get someone else to plan it. I don't want to plan it. I just want to go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who's interested, and then we'll choose one of them to plan.
Yes.
We'll be like, here's the information. Have fun.
Yeah. Then it won't get done. Like podcast people are so chill. They're like,
I know.
it's fine.
We might have to plan it. Maybe we'll just plan the getting there, and then the rest of it we just leave.
Like
We're
the
all there now.
itinerary.
Yeah,
we're all yeah.
We're there. We're done. Our job's done.
Maybe we'll ask old man to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, his wife will listen to me.
Oh, we'll invite Melanie and have Karen do it.
Karen, if you're listening,
Karen will know
If you
what to do.
haven't listened to that Books and Booze episode with Melanie Moreland, highly recommend. It was such a good time. Are you good, Sonia?
Some of you don't know, but I hurt my tailbone not too long ago and it's acting up right now. And I tried to readjust, but then my legs stopped working and I had to sit back down. My arms aren't strong enough to hold me, so I kind of had to plop as quickly as I could without.
Well, that sounds like a good place to end it.
It's a good place, guys. It's a good place. Oh my god.
So I don't know exactly when it's announced, but we are up for a Canadian Podcast Award for outstanding adult series. So knock on ceramic that we win. But if not, a nomination's still pretty cool.
It's so cool. I love it. By the way,
I
that
love
was like that was the goal. Like just be nominated. That's so great. I'm
We
so happy
did
for us.
it. Now the rest is just gravy. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Also, just a reminder, we have our Tipsy All the Way 16-hour fundraising Christmas live stream on December 2nd at 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. We'll be live streaming via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So as long as you follow us on one of those, you will be able to see it. We will have tons of giveaways, lots of awesome prizes if you live near the Hamilton, Ontario area, but we're also going to have a few prizes if you don't. So of course, check that out. There'll be lots of guests, lots of games, lots of fun. So stop in, donate a little bit, and say hi, and you might win a prize. Cool.
Yeah.
Woo!
And check out details on our website, opinionlators.com. There's like a whole little tab. You can't miss it. So it's like right at the beginning.
Yes.
Tipsy all the way.
We tried to make it easy for you.
Yeah. There's like any easier, we'd have to have arrows pointing to it.
And I want to once again thank our VIP Patreon, Stephanie Hurst. What songs do you like, Stephanie? Let us know.
What songs?
Yeah.
What songs are you listening to? Yeah.
Only Stephanie. The rest of you shut up.
Yeah. I will thank you to like the rest of our Patreons too. Like that's still super amazing.
Yeah.
But Patreon pays. No, Stephanie pays for a VIP shout out. And if you want a shout out, that's our highest tier.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you
you
so
get
much.
all the bonus content on our Patreon, even at the lowest tier. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Check out all the music we like. Check it out. Add it to your playlist.
Check
Let us
it
know what you
out.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out Techno and Jessica Hart. That's one of my
thank you.
playlists that I listen to all the time. There's about 15 songs that are my favorite. That's what goes on a loop. Most of them are Jessica. Sorry, Chris.
Well, he produces them, so it's still a thanks to him, I guess.
His
so.
name's still on them, but you're there mostly.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Number one fan. Shout out, Sonia.
VIP. What?
What? Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.